Well, hey YouTube, welcome back once again to Jack's Photo and Tech. Today, I'm sure the title already gave it away, but we are going to be talking about the new Ubuntu Cinnamon release. Now, I believe that Ubuntu decided that they would release a Cinnamon release to go head and head with Linux Mint. Linux Mint has been my daily driver for the past year, and it's been working absolutely perfectly. I can't complain at all. But I wanted to go ahead, first of all, I'm going to walk you through the install of Ubuntu Cinnamon, and just so we can see how the install goes, show you the installation screens, and then we'll go ahead and take a peek at the operating system. So let's go ahead and get started with the install of Ubuntu Cinnamon. All right, we're going to start out here very simply. I am setting this up in a virtual machine, and I am using VirtualBox. So let's go ahead, and I set everything up here already. We're going to click Next. We're going to go ahead and give it, well, we have 2 gigs of RAM, or we're going to run this up to 4 gigs of RAM. 1 CPU seems just fine to me for the install here. I'm going to run this up just because I don't know how much it's going to take, and we're going to take this up to, I know the install will be not much at all. We're going to set this at 30 gigabyte. Okay, let's go next. And finish. All right, I am going to adjust the networking. I like to set my networking to bridge mode, just so it receives an IP address from my DHCP server. So we're going to go to networking here and set this up to bridged adapter. Click OK. All right, let's go ahead and fire up and see what the install looks like. And we're going to get her started here. And we'll go ahead and walk through this install. Let me minimize this out of the background. Okay, Ubuntu Cinnamon. We're just going to hit the Enter key in here. And we're going to walk through the installation screens and get this started. And then what I'll do is I'll pause the video and then we'll go to the full desktop. And we'll experience the new Ubuntu Cinnamon desktop. All right, pretty nice starting screen there. It looks pretty interesting looking for Ubuntu Cinnamon. Now, even though Linux Mint is based off of Ubuntu, that's its underlying operating system anyway, you know, with a nice graphical user interface on top of that, I wanted to take a look at Ubuntu Cinnamon and see what exactly does it look like, and does it have anything different? I understand the hardware support is a lot better than Linux Mint because they are Ubuntu. You can't complain about that. And you can't argue that point that they've been around a very long time. Okay, we're just waiting for the setup screens to start here. Okay, as always in traditional Ubuntu format, we could either try the live CD or the live ISO image to play around with this. But since this is a virtual machine, I'm going to install Ubuntu. So I'm going to select Install. So we'll go with that option. You pick your language out, which is traditional, right? Whatever language you may be speaking. I have already noticed going from one screen to the next, it is lengthy. It takes a lot of time to get one screen to the next screen. So I've been sitting here putting this video on pause, trying to wait for each screen to present itself. And you may say, I did tell you just a few minutes ago that Linux Mint is my daily driver on my work computer. This happens to just be a home workstation I do these videos on, and yes, it is running Windows 10. The reason I run Windows 10 or Windows on my particular computer for YouTube is because most people that watch my tutorial videos are using some form of Windows. So that's why I keep it all the same, so that way you're seeing the same thing on your home computers, especially if you're using VirtualBox. So here we go, English, and it's saying English again. This is for the keyboard. We'll click continue, and we'll go to the next screen here. Okay, normal installation or minimal installation. Okay, we want normal installation. Install third-party software and graphics for Wi-Fi hardware and additional media formats. I think for now we're going to leave that unchecked unless I need something extra later. I can always install the third-party software after. Download updates while installing Ubuntu. This saves time after installation. Yeah, let's go for that. Click on next or continue, and we'll see what the next menu says. So far the menuing system's been really easy to understand. They gear Ubuntu towards all users, so it's relatively easy to understand what you're doing when you're going to install this stuff. You don't want to make an operating system so hard that it takes a techie to install it. You want it so every normal daily person could try out a new operating system. So we're just waiting here for this next screen to appear again. Like I said, there's been a lot of waiting, and that kind of concerns me. It may be faster if you're using bare metal. And you may say, what is bare metal, Jack? How does that work? Bare metal means we would have installed this on a brand new hard drive on a computer all by itself. So that's what bare metal is. And yeah, so this is taking quite a while. And that does concern me on a virtual machine. Okay, here it asks you if you want to erase the entire disk and install Ubuntu. Now, being this is a virtual machine, we can't hurt anything, so that's what we're going to do. Or you could do something else. You could partition it yourself. We're not going to do that. Let's just go to install now and see here if it's true that there was only basically 3 setup screens that we had to worry about with information on them. It's going to show you the disk setup. That's fine. We're going to click continue. We don't have to worry about anything about that. And we're going to let the installation begin. Okay, so it is asking us for a time zone area. So it's asking you, where are you located? If you're connected to the internet, it's going to figure that out for you. Click continue, unless you have a reason to change your time zone. So that's 4 screens. It actually asked us for information to set up Ubuntu Cinnamon. All right, now it's going to ask you for your super secret name. You're going to put that in there. And we're going to run this here as Ubuntu Cinnamon, your computer name. All right, put in my super secret password. Now again, I'm using a weak password here. It says require my password to log in, or I can log in automatically. I like this part here, use Active Directory. So if you're in a business, you can set this up and it will take your Active Directory credentials to log into your Linux machine, which is awesome because then you can have control over that. Let's click continue. So that's a total of 5 screens right now that we had to answer information for, or give it some information. 5 total screens. And we'll move along here with this installation. When I first started thinking about doing this video, I wasn't really thinking about doing it, the install part of it. But being it is a new system, it is Ubuntu Cinnamon, I wanted to walk through and see how many installation screens the normal user would have to worry about. I think that's very critical when you're setting up a new system. So now it's calculating the files to skip during copying, and it's going to now start copying files. So at this point, I am going to pause the video so I don't make this video too long, and I'll bring you back in once we get everything installed, set up, and running, and then we'll have a look at the new Ubuntu Cinnamon. Okay, and here, looking at my desktop, is our final product of the Ubuntu Cinnamon. Now, I have heard a lot of people say that this brownish background does not look too pleasing, and I pretty much have to agree with them there. It also came up and said I need to install video drivers, so I'm going to work on that before I give you a full kind of a view of Ubuntu Cinnamon. But I did want to show you the menu button down here on the left. So if I click on the menu button, it works exactly like Linux Mint because it is a Cinnamon desktop. Okay, so everything would work as planned. And I'm just seeing here, it comes with the internet, comes with the Firefox web browser. It comes with a Thunderbird Mail. Who really uses that anymore? LibreOffice, so that's nice. All your Office products are in here already for you. Sound and video stuff is in here. Typical administration stuff. Places, different download things that you can download, videos, music, and the sort. So I'm just going to launch just to see how fast it is. LibreOffice Writer. And we're going to just see here how fast this really is. So let's go ahead and fire up LibreOffice. Again, this is a virtual machine running just 4 gigs of RAM. So nothing astronomically by any means. But we'll see how this works here. And see if I can get it fired up here. And there we go. It's already in dark mode. You can see there it's the dark theme already applied. I mean, even if I use Microsoft Office or Microsoft Word, I've been using dark theme, and I find it to be very, very nice and very easy to use. So, but I just wanted to show you around really quickly. I did also check out. Let me see if I can't just close this application. I did also check out if I would click on the menu bar and just start typing, like I was working with my displays earlier. It works exactly the same as Linux Mint. There's the displays right there. You can go in here and change your display settings. I get kind of a weird, crazy display setting going on there right now. But I tried the 1920 by 1080, and it didn't really work out because I do still need, like I said, video drivers on here. So I have to work with that. But all right, so I hope you've enjoyed this short tutorial. Basically, I just wanted to show you the easy steps of installation. There was a total of 5 different screens that actually asked us questions that we had to give input to install this operating system. I find that to be very easy to do. Anybody can follow along and do that. I will play around more, obviously, with the operating system, and I'll be bringing another video to show you some kind of ins and outs with the operating system and run some updates on it here and see if we can't get it updated and get this video resolution thing straightened out. Once I do that, then I'll come back with another video. So I can tell you that, thankfully, and somehow I made it, this is my 600th video on YouTube. 600 videos on this YouTube channel. Thanks to my students for pointing that out to me in class and saying, hey, what are you going to be doing next on the YouTube channel? Well, here it is, Ubuntu Cinnamon. If you like this type of tutorial, please hit that subscribe button. I would greatly appreciate it. Also, give the video a big thumbs up. That helps in the old YouTube analytics ratings, right? Their artificial intelligence moving this video up the ranks here to get it seen by more viewers out there, and I do appreciate that. So let me just bring this up. So guys, thank you very much again for watching Jack's Photo and Tech. I know it's kind of a tongue twister to say that new channel name, but it describes the whole entire channel of what I'm doing here now. I do photography work and technology work for you, for your benefit. So please subscribe, and again, hit that thumbs up, and I will talk to you in the next video. Until then, take care, everybody, and keep clicking around, keep practicing, and play with everything technology that you can play with to learn even more. I'll see you back here in the next video. Bye for now.